is up, you guys? Welcome back to Candy Tarot YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to say, hope you guys are doing well. Please, if you haven't already, take the necessary precautions. This pandemic is, just when we thought it was getting better, it's getting worse. So I hope that you and your loved ones are doing well, and please do not believe the hype. It's still something that you should take very seriously. For the sake of yourself and for the people around you. So please do that, okay? But let's get into today's topic. What is up, you guys? Today's topic is entitled, What Will Soon Make You Believe in Magic? Now, this title was inspired, Spirit gave me this idea based off a song that came on Shuffle. However, it's really... it's based off the idea that, my idea, I believe that, from a human perspective, I believe that the universe, allows us to go through certain types of experiences that may not necessarily be the most enjoyable or the most easiest. However, I also believe that, sometimes the things that we want to happen, blessings, manifestation, whatever have you, don't necessarily happen when we want it to, but they will always come when you need it and when you're, they're always on time, if that makes sense. And so this is really for those of you guys who maybe lost hope or maybe who are on the brink of losing hope. And so this is what this video is about, and hopefully it's a message that will instill in you some excitement and just encourage you to keep going. And so I think this is something that maybe the collective needs at this very moment. And so hopefully you can enjoy that. So with that being said, you guys, please choose from these piles. We have pile number 1, which is the amethyst. We have pile number 2 with the rose quartz. Pile number 3 with the crystal quartz, or the clear quartz crystal. And we also have pile number 4, black tourmaline stone. So please use your intuition and not your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? Welcome to your reading. The reading for what will soon make you believe in magic. The cards that they gave us are, we have the Queen of Pills here. The Queen of Pills is also the Queen of Pentacles. We also have 6 of Bottles, which is also the 6 of Cups in reverse. We have Judgment card in reverse. We also have number 7, which is Move. This is also the Chariot card. We have number 13, Effort. I'm just say already the theme is going to be about finances, and it's going to be about stability as well. Because they're already speaking, so I'm out to say now because they're like they're speaking ahead of me. The next card that we have is number 2, which is Journey. We also have Retreat. We have Do Some Research. And we also have this card that we'll get into later. Okay, so as I stated before, this reading is going to be about finances. It's going to be about financial stability. I feel like with this group, this is really the group that I felt really lost faith. And you shouldn't feel bad about that, actually. To be honest, I almost feel like this is the group in which maybe even cooled off on watching pick a card readings because there's maybe been a lack of belief that this is even real anymore. It almost feels like you feel like you were forsaken by the universe, not just by people, like betrayed or let down, not only by people but mainly by the universe. This feels like a group who maybe has attempted to attain a sense of financial ability or stability and maybe it didn't necessarily go as you have planned. Maybe there was a moment in which you had to maybe maybe you lost a job, or maybe you just didn't get a job, or maybe there was a halt in the progression of your business. But yeah, this just feels like disappointed by the universe, because the universe has let me down. And Paul, number one, your feelings are valid, is what they're saying. It's not like you feeling this way is not offensive to them at all. And to be honest, from a human perspective, it's almost like, damn, like, why me, right? But it does appear like your soul really, it's like, it's very hard to explain, but I'm going to try to explain it. Sometimes our soul already has it planned, or actually this is really the case, or at least this is the theory that I believe. Our soul already has it planned what type of experience that we're going to go through before we incarnate. And so it feels like with you, there was a need to go through a particular experience in order to have a more enriching life experience. And it's something that will instill growth. And I know that's probably something that's like, okay, why me though? But it's something that truly your soul would benefit from. And this is why they want it. Now, I actually do see success coming towards you, and we're going to get into that. But this is really like the rough patch. This is the storm before, rainbows and sunshine that I feel like a lot of you guys are going through. Yeah, so let's get into it. We have the Queen of Pills. The Queen of Pills is an amazing card to get, especially when it comes to finances and stability. The Queen of Pills, in my interpretation, is I usually interpret the Queen of Pills as someone who maybe has it a lot more easier to attract money. So I feel as though this is the group in which has had it hard for a while to attain financial stability, but things are about to switch to where now it's going to becoming a lot more easier. Excuse me. So, so they're also saying, like, even though it feels like a lot of you guys have lost faith, there still is a small part of you that still is clinging on this dream or idea. And that's not by coincidence why that is, because that is something that you're going to be experiencing. It's just that you may not have the most easiest route to get there. And so this is why it's going to feel like magic, is because when this actually does come to be, which is going to be a new job, and this is not like any job, by the way. This is like a career that will definitely set you at a new financial tax bracket that you've maybe been wanting. I also feel like for those of you guys who are, interested in self-employment, this is the card in which it's not going to take much effort in order to gain traction to your business, and you're going to actually see revenue. So yeah, it's not by coincidence as to why you're still attached to that dream, even though you're like, you know what, I'm done with this. Like I'm done believing, I'm done trying, because I have not yet seen it. I do sense that there's still like a little bit of it, even though it's a little bit dim. And that's okay. So I see that. Now we also have the Six of Bottles in reverse. Yeah, this is the idea. This is that dream. It feels like this is something that you maybe have left in the past. So this could be like maybe a business that you really were passionate about, but it didn't necessarily go as plan, and so you maybe left it in the dust. But this is something that you've always been attached to, so this is indication that this is something that you should definitely revisit. This is also speaking about, it's something that you have fond memories of, but at the same time, there is some pain here, there's some hurt here because it didn't go as planned. But it's that field, that same genre of work or career or business, that same field, it does appear that that's something that you are meant to be doing. So despite how well it didn't go, I do get the sense that this is something that you're supposed to be doing, because I do sense that there is a deep attachment to it that stems from, like, it's kind of like something that isn't going away. Like, I feel like this is something that your soul also wants to complete. It's just that the journey to this type of success is not one for the weak, and you're not weak. So so that's that. The difference between this time and the last time is that you're going to have a little bit more focus. There's going to be a very specific direction, and it's going to be a lot more clear, a lot more clarity is going to be given to you as to what it is that you need to do and what it is that you need to focus on in this particular career field or business. And that's really going to be the key. And maybe this is the enlightenment that you always needed. Maybe this enlightenment has always been around you, and this is the time where you're finally going to see it. But yeah, for some of you guys, there could be someone who's going to be of assistance to you. This is definitely pretty much like a business. This is a professional relationship. This person's coming across like a King of Swords type of energy, which is the perfect business partner, because this is someone who has pretty much a one-track mind when it comes to business only. Like, everything else is secondary, and this is probably something that you need around you, especially if you are looking for someone of a business partner or influence or mentor, and this is someone who is going to be just that. Now we also have the Judgment card in reverse. So there's going to be a renewal of faith with this magic that's happening. And when I say magic, by the way, I don't think I've explained it in the intro, but I mean basically something that's going to happen to where it's miraculous, or something that's like, oh my God, I did not expect this to happen. And it feels like, someone was looking out for me. Someone has the universe or angels, whatever you choose to believe. But yeah, there's going to be a change in your belief in your, or at least a renewal of your faith. This is really divine intervention as well. So this is also, Spirit is also wants to confirm to you that everything that you've been doing, like, there's really nothing wrong with what you've been doing, even though whatever that you've experienced and whatever that you've attempted when it comes to establishing financial stability was maybe not a success in your eyes. Spirit's confirming that you did nothing wrong. There's nothing that you really need to change as far as who you are, and the rest is saying you're not the problem. Okay. This card is indicating that there's a lot of other factors that are playing a part into this experience for you, and the divine is definitely will intervene in a matter of time. They're now showing me the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about divine timing. This is about divine intervention. This is about external factors and things. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you can't necessarily see. And yeah, as a human, that can sometimes suck, because we are in a physical world where we can't necessarily, think something and it appears, or we can make it happen immediately. Things are happening a little bit slower, or at least a lot slower on this plane. Okay. but it's happening for you. But this is really just, it just feels like a rough patch for you. It's probably the roughest patch for you. I think you're probably, if not already, going to be experiencing what you may consider to be like your lowest moment. And that's probably when this miraculous, or this miracle will happen, the magic will happen. And I find that a lot of times the universe loves the one that happens, because that's when it becomes, without a doubt, that the universe is real. Magic is real. Now we also have number 7, which is move. This is the Chariot card. So this is a great card to get when it comes to like anything, pretty much. This is about overcoming obstacles. This is about reaching a goal that you've always had. But this is also saying that success doesn't necessarily have a time limit, and that despite all that you've gone through, the goal was already, ordained, and you were always going to reach that goal. I do get the sense for this group there could be a significant person who's going to come through that's really going to be an asset or a game changer in your situation. The person is coming across like a professional first, like a professional person who's just really all about business. But there is definitely great potential for something more than that. But overall, I do see like some of you guys are, in need of like someone physical to really instill in you that hope and the direction that you need, and really give you the guidance that you need. So I believe for a lot of you guys, that's something that the universe is planning for you. But yeah. We have number 13, effort. So for a lot of you guys, this card does indicate that you've worked hard, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. At least from your spirit team in the universe, it has not gone unnoticed, and it's also indicating that all the work that you've done, all the work that you are doing, is leading up to a very huge climax that you will be able to look back at like, yo, I did that. It wasn't the easiest, but look where I'm at now. Yeah, I'm getting heavy. I don't really get anything else with this group besides stability and financial stability. I feel like it's very important to you, as it should be, because you're a human living in the 3D world. But Spirit knows how important that is to you. So it's not, it's not, to me, because you're a human, it's not uncommon to feel like, the universe doesn't actually have your back. But this is what this video is about. This is going to be the one thing that will happen next that will prove to you that the universe has always had your back. It's going to happen by way of whether it's a new job or a new career or just a new surge of when it comes to your pre-existing business. And you're just going to have it a lot easier to attract money now, when in the past, or maybe currently, that was not the case. Now we have number 2, which is journey. So yeah, you're going to have such an amazing story to tell. Like I said, I know you are probably thinking like, yo, why do I have to go through this? Like, why me? But your soul is a daredevil. And to be honest, I have one of those souls as well, in which, you have, sometimes your soul has already preordained a type of experience. There's a goal in mind here. And for you, it's success. is for you to live a very comfortable life when it comes to finances. However, it's going to happen by way of hard work and your continued effort. That's just not your experience. Some people have, and what I mean by that is that some people have it easier. Like some people may even wake up and, be given like 5 job offers, or maybe wake up and see that their business is booming overnight. That's not everyone's experience. Your experience in particular is going to be very much gradual, and I feel like with you, it feels like the lowest point. So it's like you can only go up from here. So this is really Spirit really trying to really, even with you feeling like you're at your lowest point, they want you to remember some of the things that you've like, they're saying that you've come a long way, and you still should be proud about where you come from and all that you've accomplished, and that's something that you should always remember. Now we have retreat. I feel like for some of you guys, this is, for me, it's coming across like delays, and maybe some of you guys could be without a job at this very moment. And this is really, for me, they're almost saying like, yo, just respect this, because this is really like the waiting period. I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's just a lot of things that has nothing to really do with you. I feel like as long as you continue to strive to and keep focused on the goal, like keep doing what you're doing, as long as it's not nothing, then like I said, the miracle or the magic will be happening for you regardless. But the retreat card, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is really a transitional period, and usually in most transitions there is like a waiting period or a break period, or a period where you may feel stagnant before something jumps off, and they're kind of telling you guys just to enjoy this or just respect it, and not to really feel bad because you're in this position. Now we have do some research. Now this card in particular, I don't necessarily care for, but they're telling me that for a lot of you guys, you do need to look at this from a different perspective. That's what's going to help you. And hopefully the perspective that they gave you in this reading is something that you could apply and remember. And remember that you're not the issue. You're not the problem. I don't necessarily see anything that needs to be changed. And if there is something that needs to be changed, I'm sure that's something that you will be enlightened about, whether through your own ideas or through other signs and symbols or just your own intuition. But as far as you being the issue as to why you haven't progressed to financial stability that you've been wanting, that's not true. There's a lot of other things being played. And intervention from the divine is happening as well for you. That's the miracle, that's the magic that's going to be happening for you. So this, I kind of feel like, before we get to the last card, I just want to say what some of the other examples that this may come about. I know I said this could be like a new job, a new career offer. I don't necessarily see it as just like any job. I see it as one of those careers where it's a lot easier for you. And when I mean by easier is, I feel you don't necessarily have to work as hard. And the effort that you put, it definitely will, showcase or at least be shown with the money that you make. But you're just going to have it a lot easier. That's the main thing that they keep telling me, is that you have a lot easier to attract money. And I think you deserve that. You deserve it to have it a little bit more easier now. So, the last card that we have, or actually this could also be mean, if you do already have a job, this could be a promotion, of course, that will put you in a new elevated status. Well, you'll have a lot more money, and maybe a situation in which you don't necessarily have to be in the office every single day and still make more money than you were when you were in office every single day. Yeah. And like I said, the journey it's meant to. You're gonna have a testimony to say. You're gonna be an example of why you shouldn't give up. And even if you did give up, you're not gonna stay in that position to where you are just wallowing in your abyss. So. Okay, I've gone too long, but let's get to the last card. The last card that we got is, what is that? Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So pile number one, like I said, or like they said, it's your journey is. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, and anything that you felt to be unfortunate or not necessarily enjoyable was not from a result. It wasn't as a result of who you are and what you were doing. And like I said, I do believe the divine is very. They have their hands all up in this journey of yours, and I don't know why. I mean, I kind of have a reason why, but I'm just like, yo, why is this such a huge deal? But there could be something very significant and very monumental about your particular career path. However, I do believe the story or at least the triumphant story that you will be able to tell when you do reach this point will be something to be marveled at. But yeah, I see a new job, I see a new career, I see a new boost in business, I see a new person that's really going to be a game changer, that is going to be like an assistance to you, whether it's a person's partner or just a mentor. There's also saying that you're going to fall in love with your career again. So I've gone too long, and I do apologize for that. But I just feel like I really wanted to say everything that they wanted me to say, because it seems as though you really needed this message. So I'm sending you so much love and encouragement. Pile number one. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up, pile number two? We're about to find out what will soon make you believe in magic. The cards that they gave us are the Six of Knives in reverse. This is also the Six of Swords. We also have the Four of Bottles. This is also the Four of Cups. We have the Nine of Knives in reverse. Number 10, Flow. This is also the Wheel of Fortune. We have number 6, Love. We also have number 41. This is 7th chakra, Archangel Ariel, or Archangel Uriel, I'm sorry. So this is all about messages here. Messages in reverse, meaning maybe not coming through or not going through to you. We have Deserving. We have Birthday. Okay. And we have this card that we'll get into later. So, Pile number two, this group feels there's an intense loneliness that I feel with this group. First of all, they want to mention that you guys are evolving and changing. So when that happens, a lot of people that are around you, you don't necessarily connect with anymore. I'm also seeing that for some of you guys, you don't necessarily, your taste when it comes to potential love partners, romantic partners, is also evolving. And some of you guys may not necessarily be aware of that. Your needs, when it comes to your romantic needs and when it comes to your social needs, are different than they were, years ago or months ago or even days ago. So that's something that they really want you to understand and want you to really get through to your cranium. But yeah, I do sense it's really coming across as hopelessness when it comes to love, and I don't really get the sense that the problem is I can't find anyone. I don't really get that. It's more so like I can't find the one. You just don't want any partner. You want the partner. And so I do feel like this is a group where dating has been tragic, in your words. Dating has been hard. Dating sucks. And I also feel like for this group, there could be a need to really be aware of some of the patterns that you can sometimes exhibit, and it stems from maybe past relationships. So some of you guys could still be wanting or seeking a partner that's similar to your past partners, and your soul is like, yo, you've already been there, done that, sent a postcards, did you get it? That type of energy, like it's now time to move on, and your soul has already moved on. It's now time for you to follow with that. Meaning, I get the sense that there is someone, the person that you are going to be with next is completely different than what you have been used to. But let's begin. We have first 6 of Knives in reverse. So, to be honest, I wouldn't say that you have a specific ex that spirit is advising you to get over or to release. I'm not going to say that, but what I will say is that I do believe there is maybe, it could be maybe just how you expect your partner to be. Maybe that's something that you have kind of put yourself in some type of box, or at least you put the potential partner to be in somewhat of a box. And that could be something that could be working against you. But there's something tied to how you expect, your future partner to be, only because your past partner has been this way. And that could be anything. That could be whether it's in physical appearance, whether it's in other aspects as well. But they're making me feel like it's something that's working against you. And so this could mean, I'm not going to say completely remove everything on your list, that list of qualities or things that, your partner must have. But what I will say is there could be a need for some type of flexibility, or at least not, I think it's okay to still have your list, but at least still be open to when spirit or the universe may bring to your attention someone who has some differences to that list. Okay? But it's something about the past. Like maybe it feels like there's maybe a partner who, let's just say, for example, your partner okay, I'll say this example. Your partner has always been at least 6'3". I don't know why that's an example that they want to use, but I'm going to use it anyways because, first of all, can we talk about this though? How many times have you seen like a partner, and I used to see this with heterosexual couples, but how many times have you seen a case where I usually see this in women though, who they desire maybe at least a 6'3" partner, at least a 6'3" partner, and they're coming in at only like 4'11", 4'10". So it's like you don't even know how this person looks like because his head is in the clouds in comparison to yours. No, but seriously, it's referring to, like, for example, if your partner has always been super, super tall, which makes you not even acknowledge anyone who's less than, I don't know, 5'11". Or maybe there's a particular build that you've always been accustomed to your partners, or a particular type of figure, or a particular status, something of that nature. And so what I'm getting is that there could be maybe at least an openness to some change that you need to be aware of, okay? We have 4 bottles. This is where I feel it's coming down to where I feel like a lot of you guys are, it's just very, you would probably consider this to be where you have a boring date life, like, or maybe just nothing's happening, there's no type of action. And Spirit is almost telling me to tell you, like, yo, but something could be happening. Now, I think the reason why they're saying that is because this is what we're talking about. So follow me with this one, you guys. I really believe that the person that you're meant to be with is going to be very different than what you expect. They're very different from any exes, maybe very different than what you had envisioned in some way, shape, or form. I kind of feel like this could be one of those things where you would consider to be a deal breaker. But then the moment that you actually, meet someone and you're willing to make an exception. Now, I don't want to put it to where, okay, I'm settling down for you. I don't want to say that because, let's not do this in a very condescending way, but I do feel like, there could be someone around you already. The 4 bottles indicates that there is something that you're not necessarily seeing or have acknowledged, and this could be a potential romantic partner. This could be your soulmate. For some of you guys, it's the reason why you're so blind to it because there could be maybe a lot of residue from past relationships. So some of you guys could be, in fact, missing an ex, or like they stated before, missing, someone who at least embodies something similar to an ex, something like that. But the 4 bottles also indicates, there could be a potential romantic partner that's around you already, and you are not acknowledging it. You are ignoring it. So this is giving me an indication that a lot of you guys, this is going to be somebody who's going to be different. And I don't want to make you scared. Obviously, I kind of feel like this is going to be a big romantic partner. And the reason why it's going to feel miraculous or magical is because you didn't expect this. You're not going to see it coming. You're not going to expect the person that is going to be the person that you're going to be with or that you're meant to be with. You're not going to really, you're probably going to be like, you know what, I never saw you that way, or I never blah, blah, blah. I don't know why they're playing that song in my head. They're playing Rihanna, We Found Love, and I think the chorus goes like, we found love in a hopeless place. I don't know sure why it's gonna be hopeless. But just know that it's just not going, you're going to find love. It's gonna be unexpected love, for sure, for sure. Now we also have 9 of Knives in reverse. This is anxiety, this is worry. I'm also feel like for some of you guys, there's like a time limit that you put on yourself. Like maybe some of you guys have decided, you know, I should be married right now. All my friends are married and have children, or I should be, you know, I've always envisioned myself to be married at a particular age and things like that. I think we all have that envision or that imagination, but as we grow older and we realize that none of that actually matters as far as our own time limit. But some of you guys could, there's just there's an intense worry that I feel like a lot of you guys will be leading from soon when it comes to how, when, you know, where, like all these particulars when it comes to your partner. And once you let go of that, I do believe it's going to really open you up to where, you know, you'll be more of a welcoming energy. Because I don't think you realize it, but there could be some part of you that is kind of projecting love. And I do believe it could have to do with what you have envisioned. And like I said for you, I do believe it's important to have standards, absolutely. But I do believe that you still need to be open to where the universe because the universe is going to know what's best for you, right? We can always desire to want a specific qualities for a future partner, but I do believe you still need to have a willingness or an openness to really, you know, welcome change. Now we have, this is the miracle. This is the miracle in which it happens. So this is a 10 of, not the 10 of, but this is the number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. This is flow. And I think the card also, this particular card indicates that this is what you need to go with. The flow. Go with the flow. Yeah, your partner is definitely going to be someone that you're not going to expect. Like you could already know who your soulmate, or you could already met your soulmate, but you just maybe didn't know that they were your soulmate. It could be one of those situations. But it would make a lot more sense to you, or it'll at least be more, it'll be revealed to you the more you open up and the more you allow, you know, different types of individuals to really, you know, at least be open to the idea of having different types of lovers or different types of people that you could actually be in a partner with or a partnership with. The Wheel of Fortune also indicates that this is something that's going to happen unexpectedly, suddenly, spontaneously, of course, and that's the epitome of magic and miracles. Some of you guys, this is someone who will maybe, there could be the unexpected nature about this connection or this partner could come from the fact that this could be a professional or business relationship or career relationship. For some of you guys, this could be someone who, you know, that you maybe hire in order to do a particular service, but you never knew that this is actually the person for you. For some of you, this could be a boss or a coworker. Or for some of you guys, this could just be someone who maybe comes in to assist you in a particular endeavor. Because they're showing me, what they're showing me as well, because I know for some of you guys could have watched many pick a card readings, and maybe the lack of faith or maybe the lack of, you know, hope when it comes to love could be because you've been receiving messages like, oh my God, this person's coming soon, things like that. And I have to tell you, I'm getting that message too, that this person is coming soon, or at least around you already. because what they're showing me is number 10 and they're showing me number 1. And that indicates for me there's a new era, there's a new cycle that's on the horizon. And for you, I do feel like the new era could begin by way of a professional career setting. And that's maybe like the segue to this love connection. But so I know this reading may not help you with that when it comes to like getting your hopes up. But I have to be honest, I do feel like love is not that far away, if not already around you. And at least when you do become aware of it, that's when the love cycle will begin. But yeah, it's gonna happen unexpectedly, suddenly. Matter of fact, it's happening and you just don't even know it. That's what they're also saying. Number 6 we have is love. They're also showing me the Lover's card. So I do get the sense this is soulmate energy. I do feel like this is a soulmate. I do feel like this is also divinely guided. I also feel like this is a product of manifestation here as well. But yeah, this is what this is about. The miracle is going to happen by way of love. The magic is going to happen by way of love. I see 2 individuals coming together. And I see at least one of you guys not necessarily knowing how perfect how perfect you guys are together, and how well you guys complement each other. So, yeah. Next card that we have is 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. This is about messages. This is about your crown chakra. This is about messages that the divine is giving you that you don't necessarily see or receive. So this could really indicate that a lot of you guys are getting signs about maybe a particular person that's around you that you don't necessarily see as your partner, but that keep giving you signs, that keep giving you clues. So it's definitely, but you would be a little bit more receptive of that message if you were a little bit more open about new possibilities in love. Okay? So I need to remind you, this doesn't mean have no standards. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that, yeah, you can have your standards. You can have maybe your list of things that you would like in a partner, but you still should be open to, other possibilities that may differ. And I think the message, that's the message, but also you already been showing signs. I do feel like the person that is in question here could already be around you, Spirit's kind of like been pointing. It's like they've been pointing. That arrow that people sometimes like you'll see while driving, like people be flipping it, and it's supposed to bring your attention to something like a particular business, but they be flipping it, putting it under their legs, and that big ass arrow. I feel like that's kind of what your spirit team has been doing when it comes to the particular person, and you are just like, huh? What happened? The next card that we have is deserving. And it says, you, like all of God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. So what they're telling me with this card is that for some of you guys, this is for those of you guys who has been kind of searching more or less the same type of individual that you've been dating before. And they're kind of saying that you deserve better than that. And some of you guys don't even know that. So I don't know what that is, but only you would know. Yeah, they're saying that you deserve better than that. Because it does feel like for some of you guys there's like maybe an example or a model to a particular partner that you go by, and I feel like it's rooted based on past partners, and Spirit's almost like, don't do that. Because because you deserve a lot more than that. Next card that we have is birthday. It says a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. They're showing me the Queen of Wands. Any fire signs out there? Aries, Leos. Happy birthday, Leos, by the way. I'm really getting Sag though. And like I said, I don't want to give you guys time limits. I'm not going to give you time dates, none of that, because this is going to happen unexpectedly. So chances are what I'm going to say may not actually, don't mark your calendars, but I'm getting Sagittarius energy as far as maybe when. But I'm also getting, once again, this is a product of your manifestation. So there could be something that does occur that reminds you that, or at least lets you know that this is something that is already happening, or that is happening, or maybe this is something that will be brought to your attention on a particular birthday. Maybe this is a birthday party that you may go to that you don't expect to meet someone, or at least to maybe have a conversation with someone that you already know, and it sparks fly that you didn't expect. This could be, they keep bringing up Sagittarius energy, so I'm not entirely sure if Sagittarius is a season in which this will occur. You could be a Sagittarius, but if not, like I said, there could be something significant that may happen when it comes to a particular birthday, whether it's yours or someone else's, when it comes to this connection. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that, because like I said, I do feel like part of the issue could be that you've been given a lot of time frames from maybe other readers, or maybe this is something that you just intuitively felt was going to happen and it didn't happen during a particular time frame. But once again, I don't feel like it's far away. I do feel like it could be around you, or it's happening soon for you. The last card that we have is, and sorry if I'm going on too long. I don't know why, but I've been going longer in my readings lately, and I do apologize for that if you are not into that. The last card that we have is, we have leg, and it says stepping into a new experience. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, pile number 2. Look, I know, when we dream, or when we envision our partners, our love life, sometimes we can be a little too attached to a particular scenario or idea, or maybe how it's going to happen, when is it going to happen, or who they are, and what do they look like. Sometimes when we become a little bit too too enthralled in that idea, in that mindset, sometimes we could miss out. Well, you won't never miss out, but what would happen is that we can sometimes not acknowledge other potential opportunities for love. So this card further reiterates it's going to have to take a detachment of maybe something of the ideas and the ideas that you maybe see this happening, or how it's going to happen, or who this person is, and at least be open to possibilities for changes. Because it's, like I said, it's going to be someone that you maybe don't know is your soulmate, because you maybe ignore them, and maybe they're different in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how, but I feel like they're definitely going to be different in some way, shape, or form to what you expect and what you had envisioned. but it's going to be actually better. You may not know it at first, but it's going to be better. It's going to be more. It's going to be actually what you deserve. So, with that being said, pile number 2, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And yeah, keep your head up, okay? And if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 3? This is for those of it that clear quartz crystal. We're about to find out what will soon make you believe in magic. The cards that they gave us are the Fool card. Okay, we're going to start off with the Fool. This is great energy to start off with, by the way. We have the 10 of Pills in reverse. This is also the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Pills, which is also the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have number 12, Observe. This is also the Hanged Man. We have number 44, Environment. Typically the green color indicates heart chakra energy, but in this case, I'm getting green as in money. We also have another 44. This is when holding a heart. We have Divine Guidance, Pregnancy, and this card that we'll get into later. This is the group for you, pile number 3. I'm getting the sense that a lot of you guys could be dealing with what feels like stagnations, delays. You guys are definitely, in your eyes, not where you want to be at when it comes to your career or when it comes to just your success. You guys definitely did not envision you envision yourself to be a lot further ahead by this time. But what you fail to realize is that this is actually a transitional period for you guys. Some of you guys are leaving or ending a chapter when it comes to maybe a particular job, whether you removed yourself or you got removed. And that was for a good reason. For some of you guys, this could be maybe you started on a business, but it didn't necessarily work. They're showing me the Tower card, so I'm going to use this expression, it all came crumbling down, because I know, and I hope you know as well, that the Tower card is not something to be fearful of. It's not a bad thing, because this feels like we're building something that's going to be a lot more stable, and that's going to really, I'm getting the sense that it's not just like going to give you money for now, it's going to give you money for not only for you, but for those of you guys who are going to come after you, like generational wealth. It's bigger picture is what Spirit is saying, bigger picture, and it's now time to not think small, now time to think bigger. So yeah, the magic is going to be, because you're not going to see it coming, obviously. That's the magic part. And I'm getting the sense, for some of you guys, it feels like it's a brand new project, brand new career, brand new endeavor, that you didn't expect for it to be anything. Like, you maybe thought that this was just going to be just any other job, but then you realize that it's not. And it blows up tremendously in the best possible way. Like, that's what it's coming. That's what it's feeling like. Let's begin. We have the Fool card. I love this card. You know why? Because this card means there's so many possibilities. So many doors are now opening. And you just have to go through the right one. But the thing is you're not worried about being right or wrong. You're not worried about whether being success or failure. You're just taking the chance and being optimistic about it. And that's kind of the energy that you are going to be shifting towards. So for sure there's a new beginning happening for you. A new beginning that's approaching you. And I feel as though this it's a new project, a new career. For some of you guys, it's really moving from one particular field to another field. For others of you guys, it could be maybe taking the risk to, not be an employee anymore and becoming a business owner. But overall, you are going into this new project with hope and faith, really, and you have no idea or no indication of how successful this is going to be for you, and you kind of low-key don't care, even though you probably do. But what I mean is that that's not your focus. Walking on, you're like, you know what, I'm just going to try it, see what comes out of it, like that type of energy. But you hope that will be a success, and that's going to be the key to this as well. So yeah, it's that brand new energy. It's a perfect energy, and when it comes to birthing new projects, when it comes to new fresh things happening for you. If you are currently experiencing stagnation or delays, or you have not yet been able to book a new job or career, or your business have not been picking up yet, this card indicates that this is about to change. Okay. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I also have to say this. I do feel like what you're going to be doing is going to be very different than what people maybe would expect you to do, and maybe different than what you would expect yourself to do. So what I mean by that is I feel like maybe what you're doing is like people would have been like, why would you leave your doctor job for this passion project? Like that could be, it doesn't have to be that, that much of a contrast. But what I mean is that it could be where people may look at you like, that's a stupid decision. Or that's just a huge risk. But that risk is going to grant you big rewards, more rewards than you would have gotten with the other option, whatever that option may be for you. But they're making me feel like it's unexpected or very unorthodox to how maybe you or just people in general would have done. The Ten of Pentacles also represents that this is really, this is wealth that's waiting to be attained from you. In this case, this is how it's being interpreted, is that this is wealth waiting to be attained for you. It has yet to come to you, or you have yet to grab it, but I almost feel like it's there for the taking for you. Next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This speaks about delays. This speaks about things happening slower than you would have imagined or would have wanted. You've been on a long journey, it feels like. And even if you just started, it feels like you've been on a long journey for a very long time. For some of you guys, I'm really getting, and I guess they're going to talk about it as we move on to other cards, but I do feel like it's a huge jump or a huge change. And it's just going to be one of those things where you just did not think it was going to be such a huge success. You did not see that. And it's going to be a result of the change that you're making, or the change that you did make. And then all that hard work led up to this point. But this Knight of Pentacles is also speaking about that this delay that you're experiencing, this stagnation that you're experiencing, it is a part of a transitional period. And because things are delayed does not necessarily mean it's not coming. But this is something that will be changing for you. Speaking of which, we have number 12. Observe. This is also the Hangman, which is also speaks about delays and stagnations. So during this time, it's really about realizing what is it that you want to accomplish and how you want to accomplish. This is what the delay is for. And I feel like with you, pile number 3, there's going to be, it feels like an opportunity that, like I said, it's going to be maybe not a road that it's commonly traveled. And you're just going to be one of those cases in which it actually does work out for you, despite how long it may take. And I feel like for some of you guys are contemplating whether or not this is the route that you should take. Some of you guys are contemplating whether it's maybe something that you should try to, maybe try to still maintain that status quo, or just try to do something different. So this is really what this time is about when it comes to you feeling like stagnant in your journey. You're meant to really realize what it is that you need to do and what is best for you, not what you're being told to do or what people may suggest you should do. There's really an indication to really go with your gut. And I know this is like platitudes that you probably would expect from a spiritual reading, but this is one of those cases where maybe people are going to be telling you a lot of things about what not to do. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do something so crazy? Why would you do this? But they're not. I mean, obviously they're going to be, at least I hope they're coming from a place of love. But they're going to be wrong. But that's something that you're just going to have to be content in and be assured that even if you have to fail, which I don't feel like you are, but even if I have to fail, it's going to be because I still did what I wanted to do. I still listened to my gut. Maybe it is better for you to, like I said, I don't get that you're going to fail. I'm just using it as an example. But maybe it is better to fail at something that you wanted to do rather than succeed in something else that others wanted you to do. You know what I mean? Let's continue. The next card that we have is number 44, environment. So the change, I do feel like it stems from whether it's you moving or relocating, or I also feel like for some of you guys, it's moving from one field to another field, or it could literally be you moving from employment to self-employment. It's that big of a change. Some of you guys could be offered a position that requires you to move, whether it's overseas or domestically. And I get the sense that this is what the universe is, or what Spirit is really trying to lead you towards. And just know that whenever you do change this environment or do make that type of change, that will be an indicator that this new cycle, this new fresh beginning is happening for you. But yeah, I also get the sense that for some of you guys, for all of you guys actually, who has left something, or you maybe something didn't necessarily go as planned, whether you got fired or you quit, or maybe there was a particular business idea that didn't necessarily meet your expectations. They're saying that this was meant to happen. Once again, they're showing me the image of the Tower card. So if you guys don't know, the Tower card means that something had to crumble in order for us to build anew. This is about building anew for a lot of you guys. And we're not building for now. We're building for longevity. This next career, or this next project, or next endeavor. The goal is to establish wealth and stability that will last even after you've completed your time here. And I think whatever project or whatever career or endeavor that comes around, it's not going to come across that way when you initially engage with it. But once you do actually commit to this, it's going to become clear that it's like the success is bigger than you ever dreamed of or imagined. But it's because you took some type of risk, you made some type of change that you intuitively felt that you needed to do. And we also have number 44. So I'm not a numerologist, but it does appear that number 44 is a huge, this is a master number as well. So I'm not a numerologist, so I probably suggest that you Google what this number means. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with success. It has something to do with finances or achievements or goals. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. At least that's what I'm intuitively being told. And so that's, but I'm also getting a sense that this was 4 + 4 = 8. I get the sense that your type of journey is not going to be one in which success is going to come easily. It's going to come by way of you taking a risk, maybe hard work as well. And we're building something here. We're not looking for fast money. We're building something here. Maybe we didn't necessarily expect that the seed that we planted was going to grow into this big ass, giant ass tree. But it did. And it's going to last. Trees last for a very long time. And that's the idea that they're giving me when it comes to the success that you are now going to be cultivating. Now, we also have woman holding heart. Sorry, I was holding the card up and didn't explain what they were saying about this card. But for some of you guys, I do get the sense that there could be someone coming through that's going to be of assistance to you. This is someone who is, they like money, okay? And that's great. That's a great quality to have when it comes to someone who's at least coming through as at least someone who's going to be of assistance or very vital to making this come to fruition, right? But they like money, but the thing is, they also love what you're doing. Excuse me. So if this is like maybe a passion project of yours, this could be someone who really believes in your vision and your idea, but they also love money, so they want to make more money for you. And they will. But this is someone who really loves what you're doing, sees the potential in you, and really wants you to be great. But and it's not a bad thing, what's always on the forefront of this person's mind is money. That's what they're saying. But just know that they're genuine when it comes to trying to help you. So I do see that coming through. And this could just very much well be the company that's coming through, the entity that's coming through. I'm getting this is some form. This could be the person that's going to take you to the next level that you need to go to. You can maybe be someone who has like a product. I don't know if you create. They're making me think of hot sauce. I'm thinking about these mukbangs that used to be so popular, but one mukbanger in particular has like their own hot sauce. This could be someone who maybe finds a product that you make on Etsy or something and sees it and be like, you know what, we need to take this bigger. This is giving me the idea of like, you ever watch that show called Shark Tank? That makes me think of that. Which they piss me off on that show so much. Only because they only are interested in companies that are already doing well. Like, how you, like, I want to see y'all take a lemonade stand and make it into, you know, bigger than Minute Maid, bigger than Simply. Like, give me that, okay? But I digress. That's what they're making me feel. They're making me feel like this is like an investor or someone who really believes in your idea or your potential or your abilities and actually hires you or something like that. Yeah, this person really does believe in you, but like I said, there's someone who's like, okay, but does it make us money? And those are the important questions to ask as well. But like I said, this person does have a great heart as well. Divine Guidance is the next card. By the way, sorry, this video is taking entirely too long. Sorry about that, guys. We also have it says the ideas you are receiving are heaven sent. Answer to your prayers. So for some of you guys, I am getting that this could be a self-employment is what you're going towards. It doesn't have to be, because I'm also getting messages for people who are looking for employment. It's just that what you are going to be led by is your intuition, which is really the divine speaking to you. Like I said, what you're going to be embarking on, what you're going to be doing may be, you know, maybe people around you are going to be like, what are you doing? Like, are you crazy? Are you nuts? Things like that. But who cares what they have to say? You're not listening to them. You're listening to your inner guidance, divine guidance, things like that. So this is what's also going to lead you to what I see is success. I see generational wealth. I see longevity, stability that transcends time. I know that's super huge and you may not think that's even possible for you, but it is. This could literally be like an idea or a business that really, maybe there's a product that sells like crazy. You know, they keep bringing me back to Shark Tank. I remember on Shark Tank there was like this, I forgot the product's name, but it was pretty much like what feels like a Brillo pad, but it's just a scrubber, and it had like a smiley face on it. I forgot what it was called. Not that they need any promotion from me, but it went to sell like millions and became like this huge business, and it was something that you know, someone invested in Shark Tank. So I kind of see that for you guys as well. But if it's not self-employment, I see just an amazing career or amazing project that you're going to be a part of that becomes amazing and becomes huger than you have any idea of. Pregnancy. In this case, it does not mean child. It does mean maybe your child, as in your business or your project or your job. which is your baby. Something's birthing, something's growing. This is what I mean about your type of success is going to be one that goes like this. Not one that just goes, or one that's already doing this. You know, it's going to be one that goes like this. One that grows like that. So something's already planted, the seeds are already planted, the foundation, the soils, it has already been set, and now it's time to grow. Yeah. There's a new beginning that's approaching you, and I think a lot of you guys have gone through a lot, or have gone through at least one thing that was very intense to you, that you felt like it was the end, and in fact it was the beginning. The next card that we have is, what is that? Older woman. I got chills just right now. I do believe this is who we're referring to. So, yes. There is somebody already. Now, this person has already made it. This person has already established, they have an established status to where now they can really invest in energy into something else. This person is about making more money. They already have money. They're already successful. So it's not that they need anything from you, but when they do come through, they are just know that whatever that they're saying to you is genuine, but they do have it into their mind to where money comes first though. And I don't think that's a problem. And it shouldn't be a problem for you, because whatever this new project, new career is, it's going to be of great benefit for you with that type of mentality on your side. But yeah, I do get the sense that this is who Spirit is saying is going to be very instrumental to this new beginning for you when it comes to your career. And it's not just, like I said, it's just not any job here. It seems that the universe has huge plans for you when it comes to your financial stability, and you're not going to see it coming. You don't even know it. You don't know what's in store for you. And that's going to be the magic about this. So, with that being said, pile number 3, I've gone on too long. I do apologize for that. But I hope that you enjoyed this. And bookmark this video, okay? Bookmark this video, because when it does happen, I want you to be like, you know what? You ain't got to pay me and any type of revenue. Just be like, you know what? I like to thank Kenny Tarot and the Spirit for letting me know that this is going to happen. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm honored. So, if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 4? This is for those who picked the Black Tourmaline Stone. We're about to find out what will soon make you believe in magic. The cards that they gave us are the 5 of Bottles in reverse. This is also the 5 of Cups. We have the Knight of Cigarettes in reverse. This is also the Knight of Wands. We have the 7 of Knives. This is also the 7 of Swords in reverse. I can already, this is very different than the other piles. We have number 3, Reach Out. This is also the 3 of Pentacles. We have number 7, Personal Growth. Number 5, Attachment. We have Helping Children. And this card I will get into later. Okay, so they're playing specific scenarios in my head. So I'm going to say them. Well, there's one that's really screaming out loudly. So it feels as though you, or maybe other people who you care about, it feels like it was a disagreement or a fight. I'm feeling like there was tears, there was maybe acts, or at least feelings of betrayal. I'm getting like things were said and things were done behind people's back. I'm getting these are people that you are very much intimate with, whether it feels like a family, or yeah. So it could be whether or not you and someone else, as well as a child, because there is a child involved. But this could also mean that you were the child in this case, no matter what age you may be. So for example, it could be your parents and you being the child. I feel like there's somebody who's caught in the middle, and that's what's really going to bring about a reconciliation of sort, because they're going to be like, okay, we have to do it for this child, whether it's you or another child. Because someone was caught in the middle. Someone was, someone's a true victim in a situation, and maybe after a while, it took some time for them to realize that, but they finally did. The disagreement sounds like it feels like it broke a happy home. Like it feels like, or at least that's maybe what was said. That's the goal, is to reconcile and really grow and become a unit once again, or at least get to a place to where we can, be family-like, or be a family, an actual family. Because I feel like a lot of people, there's pride here. There's also people who definitely miss one another, but I also feel like the time apart definitely gave room to grow, and had people realize maybe some mistakes, and I do see some form of apology, or some form of communication that is going to allow this to reconcile. I do feel like whatever this was, though, whatever it was bad, like whatever it caused the disconnect, it was severe. It was something very serious, in the sense that I think there was grounds for a disconnect. And so, because of that, because of how severe it was, or because how maybe big or intense it was, this is why it's magical, because we never thought that this would ever happen. We never thought that this reconcile would ever happen, but it actually is. 5 of bottles in reverse. Yeah, they're making me feel like a family. Because they're showing me also the 4 of Wands. It almost feels like there was this happy dream home, happy family, like a sitcom family is what they're making me feel like, and then something happened to where it came crashing down. They're playing this, one of my favorite shows of all time is, there's a show called Moesha. It's on Netflix now, but it stars Brandy, the singer Brandy, and that show is a great show. However, where they lost me at, but I still continue to watch it even after. But it's one of those episodes where I'm just like, why? And it was an episode in which, before this episode occurred, it was a happy family, very positive image of the family, and the father in particular was a great father. And yeah, he has his stern ways, and he had his ways about him that could probably use some type of lightening up, but overall he was an amazing father. And then one episode they've written it to where he had a whole entire child, a whole entire, I wouldn't say family, but I guess what was implied is that um, there was some infidelity, and basically there were some lies, and Moesha, Brandy's character, the person that she thought was her cousin was actually her brother, because her dad lied, and so they're making me feel like it's to that magnitude. It was something that really tore the family apart. I'm sorry if you guys do not understand that reference or the example, but that's what they gave me, okay? But it totally ruined the dynamic and but after some time it did heal. But this 5 of bottles, 5 of cups, I am getting, there's some hurt here. There's some tears. They're showing me tears, and they're also showing me there is a longing of reconciliation or a reconnection of sorts. Knight of cigarettes in reverse. Almost getting like people waiting for someone to either make the first move or make the first connection. It feels like someone definitely left, whether it's and this could be you as well. Maybe you decided to disconnect yourself from the other parties involved, or maybe somebody else decided to disconnect. It feels like someone left, and it's almost as if I'm waiting for them to return, but they never did, or I'm waiting for them to finally communicate, but they never did. Yeah, it's just a lot of hurt here, and to be honest, it's a part of relationships sometimes, and but what matters is how we go about dealing with it. And I'm not entirely sure if maybe running away was the best way of dealing with it, but no matter, there is going to be a revival of this connection, because it does feel like a death, and as I said, that they're showing me the 10 of Swords, so there was in fact an ending to whatever this was, whether it was a breakup or just a complete and total, I'm not talking to you, I'm going to forget that you ever existed, like you're dead to me, that type of energy. 7 of Swords, so 7 of Knives indicates in reverse that there's an apology coming through, and despite how it may feel or how it may come about, just know that this is something that this is also divine intervention, and that's happening, because there's going to be, it definitely seemed unlikely that whoever is apologizing would have ever apologized, or if a reconciliation would have ever happened. It seemed unlikely for sure, but the universe intervened, absolutely. Now, I don't know how they're going to do it, but it could be maybe something as small as, them being reminded of something. I do get the sense, though, whoever is like the child in the situation, whether it's another child, whether you are the child, it's going to be the main reason as to why this is happening, the main reconciliation. There's someone in the middle as the child, or an actual child involved, that is going to be the reason, or at least that's what they're going to be saying, this is the reason why I feel like we need to reconcile. This is the reason why I'm apologizing, because the only victim is the child, is what I feel like it's going to be stemming from. We have number 3, reach out. This is 3 of Pentacles. So this is indicative of a lot of things, but one of the things is for sure reaching out. I do believe somebody's finally going to do that, because like I said, I do get the sense that somebody could have either left the situation and decided to escape or decided to just leave rather than deal with this. And now it's about working together, make it work. Once again, there is someone who was caught in the middle, or who was just like, it feels like even suffering because of other parties. But as someone is that we're going to make it work for them, for this person. Yeah. And that's what also the Three of Pentacles indicates, working together. But as you probably already know, sometimes time apart is necessary. In this case, the time apart that has occurred was due to growth that's needed. Individual growth. Definitely, there is some remorse here. There is some, I guess regret as well. But I also feel like there's a commitment to make some sort of change or be the change from either one or more people in this situation. Now, although it may not necessarily be the same like it was, exactly like it was, but this is definitely about improving on the dynamic that we have so that it could be a livable environment, so that it could be a amicable environment that's not only great for everyone, but also better for the person who would be considered the child. Okay? Now, we have attachment. So, I know, normally when you see attachments, normally when you see things like that, typically the idea is to let go of that attachment or remove that attachment, right? Or to detach. And that is probably something that has already happened within this situation. But contrary to that, I do feel like this is one of those things where detachment, even if you may think so, is not actually possible. I do feel like there's something, I mean, not to get too super deep and spiritual, even though this is the basis of what I do. I do believe there is a deeper meaning for this connection, and there is not only personal growth but spiritual growth that is happening within this connection. There is a deeper purpose for this dynamic, and I think that's something that's going to be more of a theme this second go around. But there is a reason as to why people in this situation are connected. So, and that's something that you will discover. And for some of you guys, the reason could just be the fact that the attachment is the child that's involved, and it's about just finally, making it work just for the child involved. But I am getting the sense that it almost feels karmic. And karmic is not necessarily always a bad thing. But I do feel like there's lessons to be learned here, which is why even when people do leave, or when people have left the situation and didn't necessarily deal with this, they never actually left the situation, despite you guys never talking, because there still was work that needed to be done. So, The next card we have is helping children. And we also have children, so we're going to read this together. This is what it's about. And I'm getting more of a familial aspect with this. The goal is to be a family again. I'm not sure what that means to you, but to me, that statement, when they said that, really, and it showed me like the 10 of cups. So I'm getting like rainbow, sunshine, happy family. So for me, that indicates to really get to a place in your life to where this is now a good thing to think about. Because it seems like for a while, when you're reminded of this situation, it only brought you hurt. It only brought people hurt, pain, sadness. And we want to reverse that. And once again, I have to say, it seems as though the inspiration as to this, or the inspiration for this reconciliation, is due to someone who would be considered the child in the situation. So it will be miraculous, because despite how severe it was and the reason as to why there was a disconnect, miracles do happen. And you're going to see that by way of the fact that we can coexist. Not only coexist, but we can actually, help one another. We can still love each other without actually, maybe being a couple, or the fact that we can work together and learn how to adapt and also build a healthy environment, especially for whoever is considered to be the child in the situation. It's going to feel like it's a new beginning, because it actually is. Like I said, it feels like a death or an ending, which is what that situation, whoever did whatever that caused, that was the ending. But now this is what's approaching. It's a new beginning, a new enjoyable beginning for sure. They're showing me the Ace of Wands as I said that. So more lively. The last card that we have is ear. Good news. So I get the sense of this reconciliation is what everyone actually wants. I do believe whoever is the masculine energy in this situation is going to be the one who kind of starts it off, whoever that is. I don't know if they always came across like this, but this is someone who's coming across now as a King of Cups individual, which is someone very compassionate and very affectionate. And if this is in fact someone who has caused the rift, they're definitely coming in now with a changed person, absolutely. But I do believe overall everyone wants this to work. All the parties involved wants just a better dynamic, better environment. You're going to get that. Even if you don't believe that it's happening, maybe someone feels like, you've done so much wrong, you've done all this to hurt me, or whatever the case may be, but the universe always has the final say, and I think that's pretty much the theme of this reading, is that the universe always has the final say. I just hate that the universe sometimes has to just be waiting at the last minute in order to prove that, but nonetheless, this is going to be a magical new beginning for you when it comes to this family. It feels like a family dynamic that's going to be improved to a more healthy standard. So with that being said, sorry that I've gone long enough. I've gone too long, actually. I usually don't like to do readings longer than 20 minutes or even 20 minutes. But lately, for some reason, that's why the energy has been given. And so I do apologize if that's not what you're into. But overall, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. And if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and it definitely helps the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.